All right, you might have seen this online already, but I'm gonna show you exactly what a 2-bedroom looks like in the brand new development of Ahakea at Hoopili. So we're located on the west side of Oahu, on your way to Waianae, and we've got a total of 91 new homes coming to this development. And so if you've been scrolling around and you're seeing other realtors post about it, you've seen snippets, but I'm really gonna give you the deep dive on everything you need to know about this development, the pricing, the square footage, the layout options, and all the amenities that come with living here. So let's dive into the video. All right, so let's just dive in real quickly about the community. If you are not familiar with Hoopili as a whole, it's a brand new development, again, on the west side, and we're talking a total of like 12,000 new homes coming to the area, and they're only about a third of the way done so far. So every time I release a new video about new developments, new model homes to tour, it's because they're just rapidly expanding at a pace that we're trying to keep up with. And so this month, it's the new release of Ahakea, like I mentioned, and these are really unique. This is a floor plan that we haven't seen yet on the island. We're talking kind of a tiny home style, and it's a new model that they're calling their Gen models. And so there's 4 plans to choose from. And if you look on the outside, they're kind of unique. You know, it's not like your typical condo. It's not a typical single family home style. They're very much skinny and narrow, and they've packed it all in as much as they can within these 800 to 900 square feet, which we're gonna show you. So like I said, 4 floor plans, really unique, but what can you expect in this neighborhood specifically? Because it's not just the homes, right? There's so much more to be added to the amenities and the things coming to the neighborhood. So top of the list, you've got parks galore. There is a toddler park, there's a dog park, there's 3 other playgrounds right now that have just come up. We have a pickleball court, basketball court. We have a huge community pool with community center for rentals. If you wanna do your events there, I had my daughter's 3rd birthday at the pool, super fun. We've got more things coming. We have Festival Street, which is a really popular neighborhood over here where we do our monthly now farmers markets. We have urban garden festivals. Just this next week, we're having our Halloween festival at the HOA Center. And so as the community continues to build out, I'm noticing more frequent events, more programs for our neighbors, and you're just really starting to see the area come alive. But keep in mind, we're still just scratching the surface with the completion of this area, and this is still a 15 to 20 year project to be completed. So if you're able to buy in 2025, 2026, you're still in the beginning edges of what's to come. And I've even noticed this within the last 2 weeks on just this specific neighborhood, how the pricing has changed. So we're gonna talk about that today, but I just wanna make sure you know there is so much amenity you're getting outside of just your home that you're living in, and that's a big buy-in of the park. Another thing to notice, I didn't even mention it, was the rail. We have 3 rail stations within Hoopili itself. So they've really been mindful about just the transient options you have getting to and from work, trying to avoid that traffic, and just being a more modern area. So if we're talking specifically for Ahakea, there's a couple things that are unique to the other projects that they haven't done yet. So again, because this is single family, technically, we're gonna say it is allowed to have PV ready. So you can actually add on solar panels to reduce that electric cost. It is EV hookup ready, which we've seen a lot in the other homes here, but just knowing you have 2 benefits right there to save on your utilities. And this one's got a solar water heater as well. So you've got 3 energy efficient savings right there added to your home. Another thing to keep in mind with these, a 10-year limited structural warranty and a 30-year manufacturer warranty on all the siding. Plus you have your limited lifetime warranty on roofing. So a big benefit of buying new construction is you know you're the first owner. No one's flushed the toilets before except you when you move in. And you know that you're getting that long longevity of not having to worry about warranties and replacements and things like that. Like everything is brand new. So you should be good for at least 10 years before you got to start replacing things over time. Another big benefit of these is obviously we have private backyard spaces. So just like our other single families in this neighborhood, you're getting a farm box, like a little raised garden bed that comes stacked with veggies and herbs ready to go. You get a fruit tree in the backyard. I'm not gonna say the backyard's big, but it's enough to have a little slice of grass and some privacy, especially for kids or for pets, that you wouldn't get in a normal condo or a townhome. Last thing I want to mention specifically about Ahakea is you do have an option to upgrade your blinds. So if you don't want the standard construction that they give you for free, you could also upgrade to a faux wood version. And then you can also do a ceiling upgrade package, because typically in the past what they've done is you get what you get. There's no real customization. And usually for the ceilings, they'll just have a light cap, like an electric box ready to go, but it doesn't come with the light. So you can pick your own ceiling fan if you wanted. But in this case, they're allowing you to do it before construction finishes. So just 2 little perks to customize your home before you move in. So let's dive into the pricing. How much do these things cost? What can you really expect? So at the time of this recording, it is October 30th, and they released the very first brand launch, I think it was 2 weeks ago, sold out immediately. Like people were sleeping over in front of the sales office for 2 nights before the release. Like, it was COVID bonkers, kind of crazy. Sold out that day. Like, that was insane. And then last week they did another release. Again, instantly a couple of them sold out. We have 4 left out of the list. So if you could just see real quick, this was the list. There's only 4 left. So they are going quickly, and I'm expecting another release probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So they've been pretty consistent about once they get on a roll, construction is jamming. You're gonna see in the video behind us how they're actively building these things out. Pretty much expect once a month a release of 6 to 10 homes at a time, and just recognizing certain lots are more valuable than others. So if you want a corner lot, if you want something special about a floor plan, etc., you need to be on the game ahead of time and don't wait for the release, but get ready for the release, okay? So let's talk about the HOA fees of this neighborhood specifically, because I feel like that is the big plot twist of Hawaii, right? How much is it actually gonna cost on top of my mortgage to own a home here? Well, surprisingly, they got really creative, and they're only charging about $65 a month on average for the community HOA fee for just Ahakea. Now, if we're talking greater Hoopili, it's only $82 a month. So you add 65 plus 82, we're looking right under $150 a month for your HOA. And I don't know about you, but that's unheard of on this island right now. So yes, we have a single family, right? We're not talking about high rise, shared fees, shared exterior costs. All of that's gonna be on you as the homeowner now. So you can really take advantage of that savings, plus the energy efficient savings that you have. I would love for you guys to run the numbers on what the cost comparison is on a traditional condo that has like $500 a month up to $1,000 a month HOA versus what you're getting here with the bargain, right? It's a big, big difference. And then pricing, so 2 bedrooms right now that we have available, there's only 1 left as of today before the next release, is at $704,850, and it closes in December 2025. So you can move into this 2 bedroom by Christmas. So that's a huge win. And then they have 3 bedrooms available as well today. And then if you are just catching this video and you haven't seen the rest of my channel, be sure to watch out for other videos, because we're also filming a separate one just on the 3-bedroom floor plan, so you can fully check that one out too. Okay, next let's kind of go into financing. So how much is it going to cost you on the mortgage side, right? If you're not buying this thing cash, you need to finance it. So they have some really great incentives right now through their in-house lender, which is called DHI Mortgage. And so if you are a VA buyer, it's only 4.99% is the rate that they can offer. So long as you contract in October, November, and you close by December 31st, you can lock in that rate. Now, if you're a conventional buyer, it's just 5.5%. So these are more than a percentage lower than the market rates on any other home outside the market. So if we're not shopping within D.R. Horton and Hoopili, you're gonna be paying anywhere from 6 to 6.5% easy. So just keeping that in mind. And then they always have incentives for things like our, I think it's called Main Street Stars program. So if you are an employee of the Department of Education, you get $1,000 rebate. If you are a veteran, you get a $1,000 rebate. And so there's just really creative ways to give back to our community too. And just making sure you guys get bottom dollar pricing, because this is unheard of in other areas of the market. So if you can get advantage of a new construction loan, you're gonna be on an up when it comes to pricing. So what can you expect next? Let's say you watch this video, you're excited to come tour and you wanna learn more. First thing, I need to know that you exist, because I cannot help you unless I have a name and a contact and I can give you some advice. So I want you to respond to this video. I'll drop my email address below. It's marina.tolentino@exprealty.com. Reach out to me, let me know what you're interested in, and we'll schedule an appointment with the office to come tour these homes. They are open every day of the week from 10 to 5, so we can easily jump in here, touch, feel, smell it, get to know the neighborhood. I'll tour you around all the amenities. And then really we start the process of financing again. What are you actually qualified for, which is gonna be a top number, but then reverse engineer to what do you actually wanna spend every month. Then we can get nitty gritty on the home that's gonna be perfect for you. And then keep in mind timeline, right? Let's say we're reserving today, you can move in by Christmas, or if you get the one that releases in November, you're moving in January 2026. So just kind of reverse engineering that timeline, giving you some expectations so you can really be confident about your next move. So if you guys have questions, drop them in the comments below, and I can't wait to be in touch. Bye.